Welcome to this week's teaching, Parashat Shoftim. We are going to learn this through the lenses of a women's perspective. Let's put together our thoughts and comprehension as we dive into the teach, sit back, relax, and gaze into the sacred text. It starts with the fact that shalom is the red thread that ties this week's parasha together, as Rabbeinu Bachaya writes in his introduction to Parashat Shoftim. The Torah commands us to appoint judges in order to bring shalom to the world and uphold its existence. Appoint judges to prevent war. Judges and officers shall you make for you in all your gates, which Hashem your God gives you, throughout your tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous judgment. Devarim 16:18. If not for maintaining justice, people would have stolen and killed each other to the point where the world would have been unable to endure. Acting in accordance with Hashem's command and his appointed leaders enables us to eradicate evil from the world. This is the way to bring the redemption closer, a time when all warfare will be extinguished. As the prophet promises, he shall judge among the nations and shall decide among many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Yeshayahu 2.4. A chance for all to make peace. Parashat Shoftim teaches us the greatness of shalom through the mitzvah of giving our enemies a chance to surrender and make peace before engaging in war. When you approach a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. Devarim 20:10. Rabbeinu Bachaya explains that the mitzvah of offering the enemy nation a chance to make peace apply to any city and any kind of war, including a war that Hashem sus to wage, milshemet mitzvah, with the exception of the nations of Ammon and Moab, about whom it states, "Ot seek their peace," Ibid. 23.7. However, if they offer to make peace on their own initiative, we accept it even from them. See how great is the power of peace, that we are required to extend it even to those who hate God. Midrash Tanchuma, Shoftim 18. From the verse, "There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, except for the Chivi, who dwelled in Given." Yehoshua 11:19. It is understood that Yehoshua, the leader of Israel, gave all the people a chance to make peace, but they refused. Greater than truth, for the sake of shalom, it is of uttermost importance that all Israel is united under the authority of their judges. According to the Torah that they shall teach you, and according to the judgment that they shall tell you, you shall do. You shall not deviate from the Torah that they shall tell you, to the right or to the left. Devarim 17:11. Rashi comments that you must follow the judge, even if he tells you that right is left and that left is right. How much more so if he says that right is right and left is left? This teaches us that we are expected to compromise truth for the sake of peace. Similarly, Sefer HaChinuk concludes that we are required to follow our sages even when they make a mistake. For it is better to suffer one mistake and surrender to the authority of their great knowledge than to have each individual act according to what is straight in his own eyes. We are likewise required to extend the principle, peace is greater than truth, for the sake of shalom bayit between husband and wife. Thus, when G.D. addressed Abraham, he changed the words of Sarah to prevent any bad feelings from arising between them. See our teaching on Parashat Vayera on page 15. All is completed in Shalom Maharal reveals that shalom is the connection between the parts that unify everything, Netivot Olam, Netiv HaShalom 1. When a person lives in peace with others, everything is whole. Since shalom affects completeness, every blessing in the Siddur, prayer book, concludes with shalom. The creation of the world was completed on Shabbat, which is associated with shalom. For this reason, we light the candles for the sake of shalom bayit at the onset of Shabbat. Mishnah Berurah 263-30. Shalom, the unification of opposites. The Hebrew word shalom is not identical with its English translation peace, which refers to the absence of war and tumult. When people say, "Leave me in peace," they mean, "Leave me alone, don't disturb me, let me have my own peace and quiet." The meaning of this kind of peace is division, like its homonym, peace. On the other hand, the Hebrew term shalom means completion and does not refer to the absence of conflict, but rather to the ultimate unification of opposites. The main purpose of creation is shalom. For this reason, the heavens, shamayim, that were created first encompass this unification. They consist of the opposite elements of esh, fire, and mayim, water. The only way they can be connected is through shalom. This is the meaning of, "He makes shalom above." EU 25:2. Unification of male and female is beyond nature. Unlike peace, which is best achieved when a person is alone, the unification of man and woman in the bond of marriage involves merging the opposite male and female energies. Although one aspect of shalom is when each person stands in his own sphere without entering the boundary of his fellow, the shalom bayit of the Jewish home corresponds to the way Hashem unifies the heavens, consisting of the opposing elements of fire and water. This unification does not conform to the ways of nature. The achievement of shalom lifts us above our existence in the physical world and connects us with the spiritual realm. Shekinah. Between them. When we walk in the way of Torah and justice, every step on our individual path is connected with the universal truth of the Torah. Each of our individualities merges to form a whole, wherein we still recognize the boundaries between our own sphere and that of the other. When there is shalom between man and woman, they are able to lift themselves up above their mere physical existence while drawing down the Shekinah from the upper world to unite with the lower world. This unification is the middle world of shalom, which stands between and affects the boundary of the upper world and the lower world. In this way, the union of marriage becomes a unification of upper and lower worlds, as Rabbi Akiva teaches, when man and woman come together in holiness, the Shekinah is between them. Sotah 17a. I hope you enjoyed this teaching and let us all go home digesting and putting into practice the learning points from today. Do not forget to share the teaching with your friends and relatives. We will meet again next week as we continue in our journey of learning. Have a good week, full of peace, shalom.